Peep, check it. It's your boy Dice, aka Diceum, and I am back with a banger of a video. Hey yo, check it out. I do not own these clips, this is fair use, so hop off of it, for real. Hop off the D, once and for all. Today we got Robocop, the one and only, versus Terminator, the T-800. So without further ado, y'all already know what time it is, you mean? So let's get right into it. Let's get it. First, let's talk about the T-800 Terminator. So, the T-800 Terminator is a robotic, metallic endoskeleton, a robot made of a titanium alloy that is very, very durable. These are sentient, self-aware, intelligent machines created from a self-aware intelligence, AI, known as Skynet. Skynet became self-aware and decided to eradicate all of humanity, firstly nuking humans, and then sending in the Terminators to completely terminate whatever survivors were left in the resistance. The Terminators, in specific the T-800s, had an organic kind of flesh covering their endoskeleton. It would even bleed. So of course they were the perfect infiltration units when getting into groups of survivors in the resistance. And then they would show their true colors and motives, destroying and terminating those that they are programmed to terminate. They are in fact very extremely tough and powerful, being able to stop a man's heart with a single punch or punch straight through a human with one punch, though they can be blown apart with explosives such as pipe bombs, though this doesn't always necessarily kill them outright. T-800s are smart and they're very lethal. They carry many weapons, typically bullet-firing weapons, but they can, in fact, carry pulse rifles, energy-based projectile weapons. As they are technically from the future, they're very ruthless and relentless in nature. They do not give up until their mission is completed, and they have succeeded. A T-800 can even punch through a steel door eventually, with how powerful they are physically. They can survive many attacks to their endoskeleton that would be considered fatal for any actual organic being. Starting with the T1 in the line of modern Terminators, we get to the T-800, which is of course a Terminator created from a titanium alloy. Titanium mixed with other materials to make it very, very extremely durable, and it can even have veteran level skills uploaded to it. It's infamous for a reason. Now, let us discuss Robocop. Robocop, unlike the Terminator T-800, is in fact not a machine. It is not a robot, but he is a cyborg, one who was a living man who was absolutely slaughtered, blown to pieces, and murdered. He was then reconstructed as a cyborg that was superhumanly powerful and durable, among other things. Robocop is badass, just as badass as any T-800, as he's able to break through titanium. He's able to easily take down very dangerous, huge machines that outclass him in strength and size, and he's very, very accurate, very physically powerful, and very intelligent, as he possesses machine thinking and the brain of a human being, as he has a computer chip-like brain and what remains of his actual brain after being shot at point-blank range in the skull. Robocop is definitely well equipped and very dangerous to whatever opponent he goes up against, being able to take what would kill just about any other actual organic being similar to the Terminator. He is also made of titanium, although he is also composed of Kevlar as well. He even walked off an entire explosion when his car was shot with an explosive round while he was still inside. He shows how durable he truly is with being able to survive being shot by the Ed 209 and Robocane. as well as taking hits from both of them, among multiple other things, including, of course, the very notable feat I just mentioned. The time he was sitting in his patrol vehicle when it was blown up by this gun, the one that Robocop then used to defeat the Ed 209. Spoiler alert, for a movie that is older than you are, most likely. But yeah, so Robocop is a savage when he needs to be, though he is of course a protector and a hero, as he is, after all, a type of police officer, although he's very, very brutal when he needs to be, and very, very prone to overkill if he feels it's necessary, as seen here. He is the furthest there is from being afraid to draw blood in the fight. Now let's get to the fight. The T-800 sees its human target as he punches his head clean off his shoulders with a straight jab, locking eyes with a police car. It realizes that something somewhat mechanical is driving, a cyborg, as he stares him down as Robocop pulls up, drawing his signature pistol. He unloads, hitting the T-800 with a barrage of firepower. He throws multiple shots downrange at him as the Terminator equips a large machine gun from his back, firing it at Robocop, as he then pulls out his rocket launcher and he takes the attachment, equipping it onto his arm, as he then fires a missile directly from it straight at the T-800, sending it flying, causing his gun to fly out of his hands many feet away. It proceeds to show its utter endurance and ruthlessness, becoming even more relentless as it pursues the Robocop. He dodges a vicious straight jab from Robocop as he uppercut punches him under the jaw right into the air, grabbing him by the leg, slamming him to the ground before Robocop gets right back up, gripping up and ragdolling the T-800 like it's nothing, throwing the Terminator himself as the T-800 gets back up enraged as Robocop draws his spike-like blade, extracting it directly from his fist, as he dodges a massive swing from the Terminator, as he then lands a blow before he gets thrown to the side. The T-800 Terminator then leaps down behind him, as he then turns around, firing a missile at the Terminator's face from his arm, as the Terminator ducks as the missile hits directly into the wall. Then the Terminator gets kicked viciously by Robocop right in the chest, flying back through the wall as he proceeds to burst back through it, running at Robocop as he charges at Robocop, swinging with a vicious left and right hook before Robocop straight jabs him in the face, causing his head to cock back as he then uppercuts him, sending the mighty T-800 utterly flying through the air multiple feet back, slamming to the ground. The Terminator stands to its feet, punching its fist directly into a vehicle on the side of the road as he pulls off a huge chunk of metal, slamming it into Robocop's body, beating him with it over and over, ramming it into him, before he drops it to the ground, eyeing up Robocop's human heart as he punches him in the chest so hard that he dents the titanium, causing him to flop down to the ground. Then Robocop gets backhanded by Terminator as the T-800 slaps him with the back of his hand, sending him flying, soaring through the air, embedding into the wall behind him. While about 15 or so feet in the air, embedded within the concrete of the wall, Robocop points, aims, and shoots a missile projectile right from his arm. The missile cuts through the air, soaring directly at him, hitting him right in the center of mass. The Terminator's arm is completely blown off in the process as he flies back, sliding across the ground, only to get back up, gripping Robocop by his throat, lifting him into the air, slamming him into the ground so hard that the concrete is shattered, as he puts his foot down on Robocop's chest and stomps him in the face over and over. He then kicks Robocop under his jaw as Robocop uses his free hand to grab the Terminator by his leg, yanking it out from beneath him, causing him to slam to the ground as he gets back up. Immediately, he proceeds to viciously stab the Terminator with his fist blade over and over before he grabs him by the shoulder, flipping him over, with Robocop right behind the Terminator, The Terminator T-800 ferociously elbows him directly in the chest, causing a huge dent to form in his chest as he attempts to turn around as Robocop grips him into a headlock, squeezing with his immense super strength so hard that you can audibly hear the sound of his metal skull being detached from his metal skeleton, right from the metal spine, as Robocop continues to squeeze until he breaks the mechanical neck of the Terminator. The T-800's skull becomes limp on its neck as he then drops the T-800 Terminator to the ground, gripping it up by the bottom jaw of its skull, as he then yanks back, pulling and pulling until he tears its head clean off the shoulders. Winner, Robocop. Anyway, it's been your boy Dice, aka Dice, and I'm outie. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Catch y'all in the next one. Signing off. Peace.